Hello guys, welcome to my channel English Vocabo. I am Mita and today I am going to share with you tips to learn English super fast. These are the same tips that I have followed while I started my English speaking journey, and till today I follow the same. But before heading on with the topic, I would like you to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get the notifications at the very beginning. And do not forget to like my videos and share my videos as much as possible. So let's head on to the topic straight away. So to learn English super fast, these are some tips that I have written down on the board, and these are the same tips that I have followed throughout my life and still following. So first point is train your ears. Yes, you have got 2 ears. So train your ears listening to correct form of English. Now let me give you an example. The babies at your home, when they are born and they're lying on the cot, we think that they don't hear anything or don't understand anything. Yes, they don't understand what we are speaking. Truly, that is very true. They don't understand a single word. But whatever we are speaking in front of them, whatever noises, whatever accent we are using, everything is getting fed into their brain through the ears. And they are constantly wiring those things in their head in the form of chants. So when they grow up and start speaking, they speak the same way their parents do. Because whatever they have heard, since the very beginning of their life, they just output the same. Even the pets at the home, like dogs, if you call them by their names, they respond. But how do they respond? They are just animals. It's because they have learned their names by training their ears. They have constantly been fed that name. So in the similar manner, if you train your ears listening to correct English, then you can output the same in the form of babies or in the form of the pets. But you have to be very cautious because there are many forms of English. Everybody doesn't speak correct English. So you have to be very cautious, and for that you have to have some very good ideals in your life whom you can look up to. Like in my life, I had several ideals and I'm going to name one of them. I had always followed Harsha Bogle, who is a cricket commentator, and I find him really an amazing speaker. The way he speaks out his mind, and he is an exponent of humor because he puts his words so brilliantly and the sentences sound so interesting and dramatic. So I have always listened to him and I have trained my ears listening to the way he speaks. So in this way, you can have your ideals whom you can look up to and just train your ears listening to those chants, means the correct form of English. Second, that is very important point. Do not translate. There are like many people who do this mistake of translating their mother tongue into English. So this is the greatest error and this is the biggest hurdle, while you start speaking English or while you start learning how to speak fluently. Because if there is at the back of mind always going what word I have to put, you have already bagged some sentences in your head in your mother tongue, and now you want to translate those in English, you will not always get the perfect words or the perfect frame of languages, perfect frame of sentences to be put, because every language is different from each other. Every language has its own set of notions, own set of accents, own set of words, so you will not get exactly the translation. Okay, so never try to translate. Learn a language in its own way. Just forget other things. Just you have to learn the language by training your ears and never translate. Never translate. Third, do not emphasize on grammatical errors. Yes, there are many people who don't know the grammars behind what they're speaking, but they are fluent and they speak very nicely, even flawlessly. Why? Because they have never emphasized. They have just trained their ears listening to correct form of English and they have grown up speaking like that. So you have to forget whatever you have learned in your school days and the grammars, where to put has, where to put have, because if you keep on doing this calculation at the back of mind, you cannot figure out and by the time you figure out, the time is already gone, and the opposite side, the conversation will not take place properly, because on the opposite side, whoever is standing, that person will not understand you, because already the time is up, and you have kept on emphasizing on your grammatical errors. Even if you find that you have spoken something wrong, no problem, try to manage it. Just manage it and go on with the flow, because the other person is also not emphasizing on your grammatical errors. The person is trying to comprehend what you're speaking. So always focus on making your language understandable to others. To stop focusing on your grammatical errors, if you have figured out that something is wrong, next time while you speak, be careful. That's it. Number 4, indulge in storytelling. Yeah, this is very important thing and very interesting thing also. So if you have the habit of reading stories, it could be fairy tales, it could be any sort of topics, you start, in fact, not only just reading the stories and feeding your brain, try to tell the stories to others. It could be your kids, it could be your friends, and tell the stories in English. Because if you try to tell the stories in English, you will find that there will be some places where you're fumbling for words, where some hurdles have come and you cannot cross that hurdle. No problem. You take a pause and then you try to manage it with some words. No problem. But next time when you go back home, you just turn the pages, flip the pages, and see the correct word that you actually failed to speak while you were telling the story. And don't feel underestimated. It happens with everyone. Even the flawless fluent speaker will also fumble for words at some point in their life. So it is very common. Just think that with your mother tongue also it happens. Doesn't it happen? When you're speaking in your mother tongue, every time you are very flawless. Does it happen? You forget many times, and this is very common. And the person on the other hand will help you out with the word, because that time you are stuck somewhere. So it is very common. So while storytelling, you will understand which are the places where you're facing the hurdles, so that you can go back home, flip the pages and see the words, see the sentences, and next time you tell the story and just carefully wipe out those problems. Then number 5 point, that is copy from others. Yeah, copying. Now our teachers have always told us not to copy from others, but this teacher is telling you to copy from others. Yes. Now copying from others is very necessary when you are learning to speak any language. Because if you copy, so that's why I told that always have an ideal in your life to whom you can look up to. So try to copy the way they speak, try to copy the sentences. There would be like many sentences, many narratives, a state of statements which are so mind-blowing, and they are very they are very smart and brilliant to hear. So you can copy those sentences, you can memorize those sentences and narratives, and when you're speaking, just try to put those in your speeches and see how it work wonders for you. Anyway, then the last but not the least, read out loud. This is very important. Read out loud. Even if you're reading a newspaper, try to find yourself 10 to 15 minutes and try to get hold of a paragraph which you can read out loud, so that each and every word is going inside your brain through your ears. Because while pronouncing many words, you will find some problem. So if you don't have the habit of reading out loud, then while speaking with somebody else, while conversing with somebody else, you will fumble not only for the words but how to pronounce those words. So if you're reading out loud, then even if you are facing those hurdles, you still have time, because you can look for the dictionary and you can come up with a perfect way of pronouncing those words. So reading out loud is really important. It gives you the power, the confidence to speak, in which the stresses that you put on certain words, some less, some more. So this stresses will be very much approachable, very much understandable by you. Anyway, and number 7 point, which I have not written on the board, and that I'm going to add, and this is the bonus from my side today, and that is think in English. Yes, when you are learning a language, please, for a time being, you know that you are very keen on learning English and or keen on learning any language, then start thinking in that language. You know, when you're sitting idly and have nothing to do, then you can just take a topic and start thinking in English. And go. So don't try to think in your mother tongue for that topic. Always, like you're sitting, in your balcony and you have the open sky in front of you, overlooking your window. There is a very beautiful area, so you just think about each and everything that you see, and also since morning till night whatever you have done, so you can think about the routine work. So in this way, you can practice religiously, but the point is practice. That is the key to everything, because to achieve the most or the least, achievement needs practice, and practice is the key to everything. So my dear friends, I hope you have liked this video. So if you want me to bring some more topics which you love me to talk about, so please do comment in the comment section below, and do not forget to subscribe my channel, and please hit the bell icon and like, share my videos as much as possible. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.